welcome to my channel. We are in the concept of class level variables, and that too in the previous class we have already gone through what is the importance of instance variables or object specific variables or non-static variables, and what are the important points while at the time of using those variables, how to follow the rules and regulations. That all the things we have covered in the previous class. If anyone who did not follow the previous class, all of you please go through the previous class and get some clarity regarding instance or object nature or non-static variables. Now in this current class we are going to mainly concentrate on static nature of the variable. What do you mean by the static nature? And that too we are in the concept of class level variable. In the class level variable, the static nature is one of the subcategory. Now let me go through the static nature. So the static nature, in the sense, it is a class specific, it is not at all object specific. We can access directly all the static variables at anywhere in the class. There is no restriction at all. We do not require object, we do not require this keyword or super keyword. We can directly access them at anywhere. In the both static context as well as the instance context, we can access them at anywhere. Now the first thing is how to define one static variable within the class level. That is the first focus that we are going to concentrate. So now let me take one variable within this class, int a equal to 10. All of you please tell me what kind of variable it is. First of all, it is a class level variable or not? Yes, it is a class level variable, and that too it is a non-static variable. That means it is a object specific. It is a object specific, or we can simply call it as instance variable. Now in the similar class context, we can define one more variable, static int b equal to 20. Here it is not at all static variable, it is not at all non-static variable, it is a static variable. Why? Because it is in the class level. The first point is it is in the class context. That means it is coming under class level variable category, and that too at the time of declaration of this variable we are using the keyword static. That means it is coming into the static nature. Here the nature of the variable is static nature, or we can simply call it as class nature, class specific. And this static variable, if you want to access the non-static variable in the static context, means is it possible to directly access non-static variable in the static context? System.out.println, let me try it. If I am going to try to print that particular static non-static variable directly within the static context, means it is not at all possible. Why? Because it is a static context, we should not directly access non-static variable in the static context. That all the points we have gone through in the previous video. Let me try to compile it. What is the error that we are getting? Non-static variable a cannot be referenced from the static context. Why? Because it is a object specific. Definitely we require the object of the class. How to create the object of the class? Sample s equal to new sample. With the help of this object we can access it. Now try to check it. If I'm going to use s object s dot a, that means we can access non-static variable in the static context with respect to the object of the class. Now the output is 10. There is no problem at all. We are not at all getting the compile time error, and we are getting the output 10. Now the thing is, here we have one more variable is there in the class level, that the variable is static variable, and the value that is associated with the help of static variable is 20, and the category of this variable is integer variable. Now let me try to print this variable directly. What will happen? System.out.println. If I'm going to print b, can you please tell me what is the output for this program? Coming to this line, the output is 10. Very good. And what is the output for this particular system.out.println b? Are you going to get 20 or error? we are going to get 20. We will not get the error message. Why? Because it is a static variable. It is not at all instance or non-static variable, and that too we are accessing this static variable in the static context. One of the static context is main method. Main method is a static context method, and we are accessing static variable in the main method directly. There is no problem at all. We can directly access it. Why? Because both the context are similar. It is a static variable and we are accessing it in the static context. That's why we are getting the 20 value here. We are not at all getting error. Now let me try to print it. Compile and run it. 10 and 20 we are getting as the values. That means there is no problem at all. Static variables, we can directly access them in the static context. And here if you are going to follow the point, we can access the static variables in three wide varieties of fashions. We can directly access that member name, that means the variable name directly we can access. Otherwise we can access it with the help of class name dot member name, and the third possibility is object reference. With the help of object also we can access the static variable. Let me do it with the help of example. That means in order to access the static variables, there are three alternatives are there. We can directly access the variable name, otherwise class name dot variable name, or object name dot variable name. Now let me do it with the help of example. Here we are directly accessing with the help of member name. This is one way. Otherwise we can do it with like system.out.println class name. What is the class name? Sample.a, sample.p. Like that also we can call. Why? Because it is a static variable. Static variable in the sense it is a class specific variable. That means with the help of class name also we can call it. So here we are going to get 20 in the similar format. With respect to the 15th line also we are going to get 20. And the third alternative way is we can directly call the static variable with the help of object of the class also, s dot b. There is no restriction for the static variable. We can call it with the help of object of the class, or class name dot variable name, or simply the variable name itself. So here also the output is 20. So try to check it. That means we are calling the static variable directly with the help of class name dot variable name, with the help of object name dot variable name. There is no problem at all. We can follow any one of the methodology. The output is 10, 20, 20, 20. The 20 is simply the variable name. The second 20 is with respect to the class name dot variable name, and the third 20 is with respect to the object class object name dot variable name. There is no problem at all. We can call the static variable. Out of these three alternatives we can follow any one of the alternative, but the best alternative here, the point is, but it is always recommended to use class name dot member name, class name dot member name, to overcome the naming ambiguity between local and class level variables. We have the possibility of getting ambiguity in between local variables and class level variables, and that too in the class level variable we are discussing static nature variable. There is a possibility of getting naming ambiguity between local variable and class level variable. So at that time it is better to call the static members with the help of class name dot member name. Now let me try to prove it with the help of one example. Now let me remove this entire context so that you will get the complete clarity. Let me take one simple class level variable, that it is a static variable, static int a equal to 10. It is a static variable, and static variable we can directly access in the static method, system.out.println a. That means definitely you will get the 10 as a output. Let me try to compile it and run it. There is no problem at all. Definitely we will get 10 as a output. Now unfortunately or fortunately, within the main method we have one local variable is there. int a equal to 5. Here the problem is it is a local variable, it is a class level static variable. We are getting the naming ambiguity between the local variable and class level static variable. Now can you please tell me what is the output? Are you going to get 5 or 10? The JVM will give the first priority to the local variable. With respect to the local context, the A value will be 5. That's why we are going to get 5 as a output here. Try to check it. Let me try to compile and run the program. The output is 5 we are getting here. The output is 5 we are getting here. But I don't want to print the local variable value. I want to access the class level static variable value. Actually, without having local variable, if you are trying to print a class level static variable means this is one methodology to access the static variable. Why? Because there is no naming ambiguity between local variable and static variable, and we are directly accessing the static variable. The output of this program is 10. There is no problem. Definitely we are going to get the 10 as a output. This is one of the way to call static variable. But the problem is whenever there is a local variable, we should not follow this approach. Why? Because local variable is also a and the value of the a is 5. That the value that we are going to get here. But I don't want to get the a value 5 here. I don't want to print the local variable value. I want to print the class level static variable value. At that time what we have to do is, one of the best recommended way is, even though without having the naming ambiguity between local variable and class level variables, static variables, it is better to call all the static variables or methods with the help of class name dot member name. It may be variable or method, always recommended to call them with the help of class name and member name. Now try to call it. What is the class name here? Sample. Now with respect to this sample dot a, we are not at all getting local variable value. Why? Because local variable we can simply call it as a. But what is the thing that we are doing here? We are calling that a value with respect to the entire class. The class level sample dot a means the class level static variable is, the value of the static variable is 10 that we are going to get here. Very simple. So now whenever we are going to print it, now we are going to get the class level static variable value 10. If you want to get the local variable means very simple, system dot out dot println, try to print a value. That means we are going to get local variable value. As like for instance variable, we are using this keyword in the object context in order to overcome the naming ambiguity. Here in the static context, it is better to call static variables with the help of class name dot variable name, so that it will be very easy for us in order to overcome the naming ambiguity. Here the output is 10 and 5. Why? Because the local variable value is 5 that we are getting here with respect to the 11th line, and with respect to the 9th line we are getting 10 as a output. Why? Because we are calling class level sample dot a. Now with this we have proved this particular first point. Now coming to the second point, very important point. It is going to distinguish in between instance variables and static variables. So all of you please read this point carefully. Class level variables are shareable among all the objects in the class. That is the beauty of the class level static variables. Those are shareable among all the objects in the class. But what about instance variable? Instance variables are object specific. Those are all not at all shareable among all the objects of the class. So I will prove it, don't worry. So first read this point. All the static variables are shareable among all the objects in the class. That means if you are going to update the value of the static variable in one object, then definitely that the updated reflection will be available within the another object also, because it is a class specific. That means whenever we are going to update the static variable with respect to one object, that updated value will be reflected in the another object also. But it is quite contradictory with the help of instance variables. Instance variables are object specific. If you are going to update the instance variable within one object, that updated value is not at all reflecting in the another object. But here in the static nature, that updated value will be persisting in between all the objects of the class. Now let me prove it. Let me prove it with the help of example. So we have one simple instance variable is there, one static variable is there, that the static variable name is int a equal to 10. Now we have the flexibility to call the static variables with the help of object of the class also. Sample s equal to new sample. Now with respect to the s object, if you are going to print s dot a value, we are going to get 10, and with the help of same object s dot a, if you are going to update that static variable 20, system dot out dot println, try to print that s dot a value. Now with respect to the same object s, the updated value we are going to get here is 20. So in order to overcome the naming ambiguity, let me try to print some statement here. So s object, with respect to the s object, with respect to the s object, the a value is 10, and with respect to the same s object, the updated value, the updated value will be 20. And if you are going to take one more object, sample s1 equal to new sample, system dot out dot println s1 dot a, can you please tell me what is the output of this program with respect to s1 object? Are you going to get 10 or 20? We are going to get updated value 20 here. Why? Because static variable is shareable among all the objects. If you are going to update the static variable with respect to one object, that updated value will be reflecting to some another object also. Here with respect to the s object, we are printing the simple static variable value, that is 10 we are getting here, no problem. And with respect to the same object, we are updating its value, that updated value we are printing here. And we are taking one more variable, one more object of the class with respect to that another object. What is the static variable value now? The static variable value that we are going to get here is whatever the updated value that is with respect to the previous object, that updated value will be persisting. Why? Because these static variables are shareable among all the objects of the class. It will be persisting the updated value from one object to another object. Due to that reason, the output of this program is 10, 20, 20. Try to check it now. So let me try to compile java c sample.java. Here what is the problem? I forgot to mention semicolon here, sorry. So let me save the program, try to compile and run it. Java sample, what is the output that we are getting? With respect to the s object, the static variable a value is 10. With respect to the s object, the updated value of the a is 20. And coming to the another object s1, with respect to the s1, the updated value of a 20 that we are getting here. But it is quite contradictory with the help of instance variable. Let me take one instance variable here, int b equal to 5. It is a instance variable. That means it is object specific. Now try to print that same b value with respect to the first object. System dot out dot println. So s object b value. With respect to the s object, the b value will be s dot b, means we are going to get 5. Fine. And with respect to the same s object, if I am going to update that 5 value into 15, means now what is the output? We are going to print the same b value with respect to the s object. Let me try to copy the same statement. S object, the updated value of b. With respect to the same s object, the updated value of b will be 15. Fine. Why? Because with respect to the same object, we are updating the value of the b. That's why. So whenever we are going to print that b instance variable with the help of same object, we will get the updated value. But we are having one more object is there in the class, that is nothing but s1 object. Now with respect to the s1 object, what is the b value? Are you going to get the updated value from the previous object? No. Why? Because instance variable b is object specific. If you are going to update it with respect to the one object, that updated value will be not at all reflecting upon the another object. S1 object b value. The S1 object b value we are going to get here is 5 only. We are not at all getting updated value 15. Try to check it now. Java C sample.java, Java sample. So with respect to the S object, a value will be 10. With respect to the S object, b value will be 5 initially. And with respect to the S object, we are updating the a value 20, and as well as we are updating the b value 15. That's why with respect to the same object, we are getting that updated values. But coming to the another object S1, the static variable is updated with respect to the S object, that is reflecting upon the S1 object. But coming to the instance variable, with respect to the instance variable, the updated value is 15. But if you are going to take one new variable s1, one new object s1, that updated value from the previous object s is not at all reflecting here. We are getting the original value of the b. Why? Because b is a instance variable which is object specific. We are going to update the b value in one object. The updated value will be available with respect to that object only. We are not at all getting that updated value in the another object. So it is very important point. That means here itself we are getting the clear cut idea. So in static variables, the static variables are shareable among all the objects, but instance variables are object specific. So those are all available with respect to that object only. If you're going to update that values, those are all not at all reflecting upon the another objects. Now, so with this we have successfully proved the second point. Now what is the third point? If you are not assigning any value to the static variable at the time of declaration, as like as instance variable, it is also taking the default value of the data type that is associated with. There is no difference between instance variables and static variables here. So in the class level, it may be instance variable or class level variable, static variable. So without assigning some value means the default value that we are going to get here. So let me try to prove it with the help of example. Now here itself I have one instance variable a is there, as well as one static variable b is there. At the time of declaration, at the time of declaring that two class level variables, one is instance and the static variable, I am not at all assigning any value. Now what will happen if I am going to print them? System.out.println, we are going to get the default value that is associating with the help of a and b. Let me try to print both a and b. Can you please tell me what is the output of this program? Are you going to get the output or error? Here we are going to get the error. Why? What is the reason? Why? Because instance variable we should not access directly within the static context. Then what we have to do? We have to create the object of the class. How to create the object of the class? Sample is equal to new sample. Now with respect to the sample object, we can access instance variable A. Why? Because it is object specific. And for B, it is a static variable. There is no problem. We can directly access this. Now the output is, here we are going to get 0 and 0. Why? Because both the variables are having integer data type. The default value for the integer variable is 0. Let me try to compile it and run it. 0 and 0 that we are getting. If is there any naming ambiguity, local variable naming ambiguity is there. Int A equal to 5, int B equal to 20. Can you please tell me what is the output of this program now? Are you going to get 0 0 or 5 20? Let me check it. We are going to get 0 20. Why? Because we are getting 0 20. Why? Because we are calling class level instance variable with the help of object. Without using object means simply we are going to get local variable values 5 and 20 that we are going to get here. Why? Because there is no references at all. Directly we are invoking A and B. 5 and 20 that we are getting here. If I am going to use s dot a, that means current class object. With the help of object of the class we are calling instance variable, class level variable. But unfortunately there is no value that is associating with the help of a variable. That's why we are getting default value of the data type of that variable 0. And coming to the B, we have the class level variable B is there as well as local variable B is there. Now coming to the priority, it will give the priority to the local variable, but I don't want to get the local variable value. So here the output is 0 and as well as 20. Why? Because it is giving the local variable value output 0 and 20 that we are getting. But I don't want to get the 20. I want to get the static variable default value. Then what we have to do? So whenever we are getting the ambiguity between local variable and static variable, it is better to call the static variable with the help of class name. What is the class name? Sample.a, sample.b. Automatically you will get the class level static variable value, that is nothing but 0. Very good. So now this and super keywords are restricted in the static context that we have already covered in the previous example, in the previous class. So as like as here also we are unable to use this keyword. Is it possible to use this keyword instead of object this dot a? It is not at all possible. This is not at all referencing from the static context. All of you please check it. Java sample, Java C sample.java. Non-static variable, this cannot be referenced from the static context. Very simple. That means we have to access it with the help of object. That's all. With this we have proved all the points which are related to static variables. The only difference between the instance variables and static variables is, so in the instance variables we are not at all using static keyword, and in the static variables we have to use the static keyword. And instance variables are object specific. If you are going to update the instance variables in one object, that updated value is not at all reflecting in the another object. And coming to the static variable, it is shareable among all the objects of the class. If you are going to update the static variable in one object, that updated value will be reflecting upon the another object also. And there is no restriction for the static variables. It may be instance context or static context, we can directly access them. Let me prove it with another example. Now we have one static variable is there, static int a is there, and the value of that a variable is 10, and we have an instance method is there, public void m1. Now within the instance method, is it possible to directly access the static variable? Yes, there is no problem. But how to invoke this instance method? If you want to invoke this instance method within the static context, definitely we have to create the object of the class. Sample s equal to new sample. Now with the help of s dot m1 we will invoke that method, and within the method The static variable we can directly access in the instance context. There is no restriction at all. So try to print it now. There is no problem. And unfortunately, is there any local variable? Int a equal to 5 is there, means we are going to get 5 as the output. But instead of getting 5 as the output, if you want to get the static context, means use class name sample.a. Now it will give the class level static variable value a, that is nothing but 10. It will not give the 5. Try to check it now. Yes, like that we have to do the things. And we have instance variable int b is there na? If you are going to take one more variable, it is the instance variable. What is the output of this program? For example, in the same method we have instance variable is available, the value is 7. Can you please tell me what is the output of this program? So first the entry point is from main method. From the main method we are creating the object of the class, and with the help of that object we are calling instance method m1, and it will enter into the m1. Within the m1 two local variables are there, and two local variable values are a equal to 5 and b equal to 7. And at the time of printing sample.a, it will not give the local variable value. Why? Because it is calling with the help of class name. Class name in the sense it has one static variable is there, class level variable, that value that we are going to get here 10 we are going to get. And coming to the second statement, second output statement in the m1, system.out.println b, means here b means we are simply calling local variable b, that means we are getting 7 here. The output is 7. Try to check it. Let me try to compile and run it. 10 and 7 that we are going to get as the output. But I don't want to get the local variable b value. I want to get the class level instance variable. Then what I have to do, that too it is the instance context, it is not at all static context, it is the instance context. In the instance context we can access instance variable with the help of one special keyword, that is nothing but this dot b. With the help of this dot b we are going to get instance variable value 5. We are not at all getting the local variable value 7. Try to check it now. Java C sample.java Java sample 10 and 5. In the similar format, if you want to print the same statements in the main method, what will happen? In the main method it is not possible to, in the main method also if you are having local variables, in the main method also if you are having local variables, means so with respect to this statement we are going to get class level a value 10, and with respect to this statement we are not at all getting the output, we are going to get the error. This keyword we should not use in the static context. Then what we have to do, instead of this keyword, already object of the class is there. If you want to access the instance variable of the class, use that object reference. Instead of using this, if you are going to use this, means we are going to get error, compile time error we are going to get. This keyword we should not use in the static context. Non-static variable, this cannot be referenced. Then what we have to do, there is no alternative. Within the static context, if you want to access the instance variable b, use object of the class. Already object is there, so that you will get the output. 10 5 10 5. Like that we have to do the programming. Till now we have discussed two important natures of the class level variables. One is instance variable nature in the class level, as well as second nature is static nature. With this I am going to wind up the session, and in the next class we will try to concentrate on constant variables in class level. How to define constant variables, what are the rules and regulations that we have to follow, what are the important points that we have to cover, that all the things we will discuss in the upcoming class, so that you will get the complete clarity about class level variables or global variables. There are three categories like instance, static and constant. Till now we have covered instance and static. We will discuss constant variables in the upcoming class. Thank you one and all. With this I am going to wind up the session. Thank you.